Start streaming. What's up,
Stream
everybody?
starting.
Welcome to the Media Boat Podcast.
Hey.
YouTube edition.
Hi. Well, I mean, it's always YouTube edition.
Well, this one's YouTube. I haven't started the Audacity yet, so.
Well, yeah, so we still haven't started.
Well, no, we've started. People who turn this in have started.
Like you.
Yeah, you
Whoever
sexy
you may be.
thing.
Hey, you. How's your day?
I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to put this on Hootsuite.
Hootsuite.
And we're going to get started right here. Just give me a hot second.
Get it started in here.
Yes.
Get it started.
It's super hot
Let's
in
get
here.
it started in here.
Yep. Paste that.
Running.
Yep. Let's get it started in Let's get it started in here. Not in there. No. Not
here.
in there.
In here.
What are you doing?
In here. Right here.
Yes, right here, right now, right here, right now.
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
This is your news and traffic update.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Local market jokes. Local market
Nobody
jokes.
gets it. Success. We have been posted. We are live. And let's begin with
Audacity.
Audacity.
And then... Why?
Get that rolling.
Hello.
Get that rolling going.
It's the Media Boat Podcast.
Where?
Right here.
What?
Right now.
Right here?
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Media Boat Podcast. This is July the 12th.
Get it right.
July
Get it
12th,
right.
2017. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
the Media
you're
Boat Podcast. We talk about movies, we talk about television shows, we talk about music, and we talk about video games. Not necessarily in that order. My name is Matt. His name is Mike.
He's Matt. I'm Mike. What
and
up?
we should get rolling right into it.
Yeah, so let's get started as we always do.
With the movies box office. With box office numbers for this past weekend.
Yes, box office is the only one that does the movies. Our movie's the only one that does the box office.
Yeah.
So anyways, as we predicted, SpiderMan Homecoming, #1.
His homecoming date
Yes.
was the American public.
Yes. However, I did pick under it for this. I thought I would hit 100.
Surprise!
Surprise!
117.
Yep, 117 gives it your #1 movie.
Pew, pew, pew. Big hit. The first major hit of the summer. We have the summer floodgates opened now, officially. It took forever.
It took up to July.
Yeah, it took forever this year, but it finally happened. And of course, it's a Marvel
movie that starts it.
But this time it's Sony, so Sony may be getting a little bit more money.
Yeah, but Sony may also be a little bit big-headed from this.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
But yeah, good news. It seems like the general public is a fan of this thing. It's getting ridiculously glowing reviews. It seems like everybody that I've heard talk about it is just gushing about it, except for you.
Oh, is this the part where I give my review?
This is the part where you need to talk about this. So there is a review on the site.
Yes.
MediaBoatPodcast.com. You can see Mike's thoughts about SpiderMan Homecoming.
It feels like so long ago since I've seen it.
But yeah, do you want to briefly just talk about like why you were a little disappointed?
So, Marvel set a kind of a standard bar for me. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
All right. You have Captain America's Civil War, which was excellent.
No. Yeah.
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 The consensus is that thing was
Yeah,
excellent.
I like that movie.
Like a pure, fun, enjoyable movie. Like nothing, like maybe flawless. Let's put it that way.
I wouldn't go that far, but that's a good one of those.
All right. Then you have other movies like the recent Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is also up there in terms of high quality caliber movie.
And the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
You also have
which is
Doctor
also no
Strange, which was a spectacle. Yeah. Now, those are the previous 3 movies leading into Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
When you compare those 3 movies to Spider-Man Homecoming, that's where I say it's a little disappointing, a little underwhelming.
Okay. How about as a Spider-Man movie?
Oh, as a Spider-Man movie, it's great.
Okay.
I like it. It's a great movie. It's a great summer movie. It's fun. It's fantastic. There's a lot of great humor in it. There's a lot of good little wink, little nods there to the fans.
Are you thinking that in the future, say 10, 15 years from now, will we be looking back at the Spider-Man movies? We'll be talking about Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 from the 2000s. And we'll be talking about Spider-Man Homecoming and we'll likely forget that the Amazing Spider-Man ever happened.
Probably.
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting. It seems like everybody's
That's roughly
gonna
what's
just
going to be happening.
slowly move those under the carpet. Just like, those didn't happen. Let's pretend that never happened, guys. So yeah, this is a good Spider-Man movie.
Yes, this is a good start to Spider-Man 2 as well.
Yeah.
Because it picks up right where Captain America begins and ends.
Right.
And then it also dives into other aspects of the goings on in New York in the cinematic universe.
Cool.
And yeah, despite what you read on my on our website, beautypodcast.com, I did actually enjoy this movie. This is a fun movie.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's a good middle of the road Marvel movie. I put it, as I say to people, I put it up there with Ant-Man. It's a good fun time. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
But you didn't like it as much as even the most recent.
But that being said,
even more recent other superhero movies, such as Wonder Woman.
Yes,
right? You liked Wonder Woman more?
Yes, Wonder Woman has a better plot, better story, better subplot, better storyline, better throughways, except till the end, as I mentioned. Logan is better done that way too, and then we still have Justice League to look forward to later this year, as well as Thor Ragnarok.
Do you really think Justice League is going to be better than this, though? I find that really hard to believe.
It will be more of a spectacle.
Yeah, but I don't know. Then again, I haven't seen this yet, so
right.
I will.
We will withhold judgment.
Withhold judgment.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. It's a solid movie. Definitely go check it out. But that being said, there are better movies in the Marvel canon universe, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The Marvel canon universe?
Yeah,
the one that's all about cannons?
Yeah, MCU. Marvel Canon Universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what that stands for.
Yeah. There's better movies in there than there are than just Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm saying.
All right.
Because this is the 15th movie of it.
There's been a lot of them.
Yeah. So you gotta compare it to all 15 of them, and it ranges somewhere in the middle. Probably top 10.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So
if you're saying that, then yes.
Yeah, somewhere between 5 and 10 is where it's gonna land.
Okay.
In terms of like all-time movies for the MCU.
Okay.
Which, because there's a lot. I mean, by the time they get to this, it'll be 22 movies. By the time they get to the sequel.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What else is in our top 5 this
So,
week?
moving on to the we also have number 2 was Despicable Me carrying over.
Yep.
33 million with 148 million domestic total. We have Baby Driver at number 3 with 13 million, 57 domestic total. That thing's already doubled its budget. Good for it. Wonder Woman, number 4 with 9.8 million, 368 million domestically, and that thing's just a beast overseas. But speaking about beasts overseas, Transformers: The Last Night,
which is solely existing on its overseas totals right now.
Yeah, 118 million.
Yeah.
Domestically.
Also notable on this top 5. Man, Cars 3 is already number 6.
Yep. It already dropped
That
off.
is not good.
It dropped off.
That thing does. There's a joke here, but Cars doesn't have legs.
It ran out of steam.
It really did. It's running out of gas. It's running out of gas. That's just so sad to see. You know, like something like disappointing that much with Pixar branding.
But
Disney branding.
It's not a bad movie.
Yeah, and people just aren't seeing it.
Yeah, I think people were just it's sequel fatigue. People are just done with Cars.
Yeah, finally happened.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then
that moves on to
cool movie news.
Yep. Oh wait, no. We got our first story. Upcoming
this coming weekend. Yes,
yep.
We got to talk about that.
We have 2 movies. First one is a horror, Wish Upon, which I finally saw a trailer for it this week.
Yeah, I saw that trailer too.
Yeah. I've seen it done better. Basically, Monkey's Paw.
Yeah.
And then the reason we're watching this right now, War for the Planet of the Apes. Andy Serkis' 3rd time as the titular Caesar. Main character Caesar.
Yeah.
And basically all the apes, I think.
Yeah, probably. So, we have to make a call here. Spider-Man repeat, or apes take it? I'm almost at the point where I might just give it to Spider-Man.
I'm going with apes on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think people are hyped on apes.
I don't know if
I don't know if people are hyped on apes, but I know that definitely a spectacle that needs to be seen in movie theater.
I'm gonna go with Spider-Man because other movies have surprised me with repeating this year.
Right.
Also, word of mouth, I think, is positive coming out of the first weekend for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think people will still keep going to Spider-Man.
So put it this way, Spider-Man's gonna hit 70.
Yeah.
Roughly.
If Spider-Man hits 70, yeah.
Which means that... So you're saying Ace would be about 65 then?
Yeah, or 60.
60, 65?
Yeah. I don't think it's as important as people think it is.
I don't know. It's just the third in the trilogy.
Anyways.
Okay, so you're going Spider, I'm going Apes.
Sequel fatigue.
He's going Spider, I'm going Apes, and we're going on to our next story.
Alright, what do we got?
Moving on.
I can't see what that is.
That's Batman.
Okay.
So, that is actually the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh.
So, get ready for an epic 4K restoration by Christopher Nolan and Warner Brothers.
Sure.
Yes, that's right. This movie's not even 10... The first movie's barely 10 years old.
Yeah.
And we're already doing a 4K restoration on it.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because Christopher Nolan is such a film purist.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes his stuff to be looking good.
Yep, and they're actually praising the new technology as a means of getting closer to the experience of a movie shot and projected on film.
Yeah.
Because the way it balances out is that if it's shot on 35mm film, it's projected to have at least 6,000 resolution.
Right, so we're getting closer at least.
Right, whereas IMAX is upwards of 18K.
Yeah.
And your movie projector is in cinema 4K, which is where this is coming from. All these 4K restorations.
Yeah. No, it's smart.
Yeah.
I think there's an audience for that, for sure.
Yep.
People will buy those remasters.
Yeah, well, we could also see this remaster in theaters.
That's also a possibility.
Yeah. Or they just might show the whole IMAX thing in theaters again because we're But yeah, so that's a thing to look forward to add to your Blu-ray 4K collection. Let's move on to our next story.
Okay.
This big guy.
Why, that's Moonlight.
Yes. That is not your Oscar winner Moonlight. Wait, no, that is Oscar winner Moonlight. Anyways, the director of Moonlight, Barry Jenkins,
yes,
has set to direct his next film.
Okay.
Following Moonlight, called If Beale Street Could Talk.
Okay.
For a surprise, Annapurna Pictures.
What do you know?
Hey, they're on an Oscar run.
They really are.
They really create great stuff.
They're earning them, yeah.
Yeah. So If Beale Street Could Talk is a novel by James Baldwin and follows Tish,
okay,
a newly engaged Harlem woman who races against the clock to prove her lover's innocence while carrying her firstborn child.
Okay.
It's a celebration of love told through the story of a young couple, their families, and their lives, trying to bring about justice through love, for love, and the promise of the American dream.
Okay.
Production's scheduled for October.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like perfect for him. That's, yeah.
It sounds like a very concealed or constricted story, but with deep meaning characters.
Yeah, which he's good at. So, yeah, I'll see that.
Yeah. So, look out for that in making the circuits next year.
Okay.
Alright, because there's no way it's going to be in time for this year.
No way.
Alright, and let's go on to something very dear to our heart, and something we're going to get really heated about right now.
Uh-oh. Pokemon.
Yes. Pokemon I Choose You. So about a couple weeks ago, maybe a month, we mentioned that Pokemon was going to be rebooting the movie.
Yeah.
Basically restarting, telling the origin story of Ash Ketchum all over again.
Yeah.
The internet is now up in flames due to some recent
okay.
changes they decided to make.
Give it to me straight. What do they do?
Alright. So, the upcoming 20th Pokemon movie, I Choose You, is a reimagining of the anime's first season. The entire first season.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Alright. So instead of Ash teaming up with Brock and Misty, he will instead team up with two new trainers.
Right.
Soji, whose partner is Lucario.
Okay.
And Makoto, a girl, whose partner is Piplup.
Okay. Pokemon that weren't in Gen 1. Got it.
Yes. And basically, they're just removing them as if removing Ash and Misty as if they were never a part of it.
Well, they're gym leaders.
Well, yes, they're reverting them back to gym leaders. Yeah. And people are up in arms about it. Yeah.
This is old news.
I know.
We already knew all this.
I know.
So what else?
We knew they were redoing this.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, this new iteration, it intends on retconning a bunch of material because the Pokemon lore has expanded with each new generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are people pissed? I'm confused.
Because they mess with their childhoods.
You know, it was my childhood too, but I also understand how things work. So, this is not supposed to be... It's not like that stuff didn't happen.
Oh, no.
Like, to put it as retcon is to believe that all these movies are canon. First of all, every single one of these movies seems to be in its own universe already.
Yes.
Like, no one in the normal series ever comments on something that's happened in one of the films. Because the films are essentially like dream states.
Right.
Where none... Like, even to the point where it's written in to the first 3 Pokemon movies, at least in the English dub, that everybody forgets it ever happened.
Mewtwo just wipes everyone's minds at the end of everything.
So it doesn't make any sense to me why people are now just all of a sudden like, oh, well, they're rewriting the whole thing. It's like, no, that's literally what they've always done.
Right. Well, now that the lore includes Pokemon gods, a deeper mythology into a previous Pokemon lore. And now even Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
They're going back to the beginning and starting over as if it was all there the entire time.
I mean, that's smart. I don't know why... Again, I don't know why people are getting angry. That's just
because
what you have to do.
Yeah, no.
Again, it's my childhood too.
It makes sense from a production standpoint that, hey, all this now exists. We should probably mention it instead of people going back and saying, hey, that doesn't make sense because of this. And if this was here, then that doesn't make sense. No, it was all there the entire time. We just had to make it up as we went along, and now that we have it all set in stone, let's get this story right.
Also, since when does any of this matter? I think is kind of where you go back to. Yes, they've expanded the lore, but like, lore is not what people like Pokemon for.
No, that's
it never has been. It's like, I just don't understand like why all this. Why I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why? This is a weird hill to die on, guys.
Well, because it's also... well, it's not just the new trainer. It's also the fact that Lucario and Piplup are also there.
So, it's understood in the later games that other Pokemon... Like, Pokemon from other regions can come to previous regions. Because you can bring a Pokemon from... Like, if you're visiting Kanto, then you're going to have Pokemon from home.
Right, well, because in the original series... When they got to Johto, they said, oh, these are all new Pokemon, newly discovered. But then in the later generations, it was, oh, no, they're just region-specific.
Yeah.
It's like hearing about an elephant, but you never see it because we're here in the United States. There are no elephants.
I don't know. I just always read it like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, I think the dub was really bad at communicating that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were trying to work within the limitations of that original universe. And you're right. That original universe had said explicitly there are 150 of these.
Right.
And so they basically had to work off of that. It's like, well, we told them there's only 150 of these. I guess here's new. Like, they're brand new, I guess. But, like, I think anybody who actually thought about it would realize, no, they're just like animals. They're just some that are exclusive to this island because it's an island. Mm-hmm. And unless they're a water Pokemon, they can't just swim over.
Right.
You know? Or fly over. It's like, that's how animals work. I don't know. Fans are weird.
So fans get really fanny about different stuff.
They really do. Yeah. Having been a member about a decade ago of a very popular Pokemon fan community, I can tell you they get really weird about stuff.
All right, so we're done talking about Pokemon. Let's move on. All right. To Zootopia.
What is about Zootopia?
So you remember about a month ago we mentioned that the screenwriter of Total Recall was suing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Zootopia because they stole his ideas from a pitch meeting?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, a California judge today threw out the copyright lawsuit who claimed that the studio ripped off his same title pitch. Gary L. Goldman filed the suit back in March, adding that he pitched the idea to executives and then connected to Disney in 2000 and 2009. U.S. District Court Judge Michael Fitzgerald held that Goldman didn't present enough evidence of infringement, which among Zootopia's similarities that Goldman had alleged were the character designs, themes, settings, plot, characters, and dialogue.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But also pretty much hard to prove.
Right.
Which is why they threw it out. Because there's no way to, unless he had like documentation, just straight up like, here's explicit like 5 lines that were used in this movie.
Right. No, he had basically
some
sketch drawings of concept animals.
Yeah. You can sketch an animal though anytime, and it would be impossible for somebody to be like, this is obviously that sketch.
Right.
Like, no. He was going to lose this the whole time.
Unless you download it onto your computer.
Yeah, which is unlikely that he would have done all of that back in whenever he made this
2000,
pitch, which was probably 15 years ago before that was commonplace. So, yeah, it's just not. That was, of course this was thrown out. Is what I'm saying.
Yep. The parties now dispute whether Goldsman materials are sufficiently similar to the Disney film to support an action for copyright infringement.
Because that's the thing about infringement cases. It's always like it has to be. You have to be convinced enough, and he doesn't have enough stuff for that.
Well, in either case, the court cannot engage in copyright analysis on its merits because the lawyer Esplande failed either to attach the alleged infringed materials to the complaint or to describe them in sufficient detail to permit the requested analysis.
Then what do they expect?
Right. In this action, as in every action, it is the plaintiff's obligation to allege sufficient facts, if provided true, to permit a jury to rule in the plaintiff's favor. They had not met that requirement, so they did.
Yep, that's dumb.
Alright.
Moving
on to our last little bits here.
The bits.
So real quickly, there's going to be a Mad Max prequel called Furiosa.
Cool.
Starring Furiosa.
Charlize Theron.
Cool. As Furiosa. The script is ready to go.
I'm on board.
They just need to get production approval, but there is a script.
I'm on board. Let's do it.
And in other news, John Oliver will voice Zazu.
I saw that and I was like, that's perfect.
Yep. That's great casting.
Literally perfect casting.
So far, this Lion King movie is great casting.
It sounds pretty good so far.
Zazu!
I'm a fan of all this casting news I'm hearing. So good job.
So far,
good job, guys. Good job.
Okay.
All right, let's move on
to
the telly.
The telly? What do we got on the telly this week?
We got sports that happen.
Sport? Like football and cricket?
No. Like baseball.
Oh, like baseball. Okay.
Yeah.
So American sports.
Yep.
Sports.
Yep. So we had the Derby on Monday.
We had the Derby.
Yep. The home run Derby, that is.
Yes, that one. Not just a hat I'm wearing.
Yes, and not just the horses either.
That.
Winner is, of course, custom character made Aaron Judge of New York Yankees.
Yes, as you so well put it this week, like he came out of a character creator on a video game.
Basically, he's like 7 foot, jacked, and just knocks home runs out of the park.
Yep.
So much so that he won the home run derby.
He's got 99s, straight 99s.
He's got 99 on his number.
Yep.
And a home run to hit one.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yes. And then, of course, they had the All-Star game in which the American League beat the National League 2-1 in the 10th inning with home run by Robinson Cano.
Yep. Because baseball games are too long.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yeah. They were actually floating the idea of if he gets to the 9th inning, we just put a runner on base.
Yeah.
They just automatically start one.
Sure.
I mean, if it's close, like if it's a tied game in the 9th inning,
why not?
already put one on there. Yeah. Just make it more exciting. Maybe they'll get the run in, just hit them around.
Something.
So it's something.
Something.jpg.
Yep. Also, Peyton Manning is currently hosting the ESPYs.
They're on right now.
Yep.
In fact, we watched the monologue. So far, so good.
John Stewart's a great writer.
Well, I don't think he actually wrote that. But
I don't know, but yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who wrote it? But it doesn't matter. Peyton Manning's doing a good job.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's doing a good job.
Yes,
we're going to watch it after this.
As we speak.
Yep. But moving on. To Hawaii Five-0.
Okay, sure.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, I think if the story is about what I think it is, I think I heard about this last week.
Yeah. You can eliminate the 2 middle people there.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah. This is not a good look.
Yep. So, Daniel Day Kim and Grace Park have left the show.
Yeah. Ostensibly the stars.
Well, 2 of the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stars of Hawaii Five-0
Oh, the Hawaiian part of Hawaii Five-O.
Yeah,
you could say.
well, not necessarily. I don't know if they're that descent.
Well,
but in the show,
yes.
sure, yes, I bet they probably are.
Yeah.
But yes, let's hear why this happened.
Oh, I thought you were going to explain it. Okay.
No, you can go ahead because you got the facts there.
Yeah. So, John Day Kim and Grace Park have left Hawaii Five-O after pay discrimination, where they are earning 10 to 15% less than white co-stars. Daniel Day Kim wrote a note to thank fans on Facebook, and then to tell them to watch him on The Good Doctor, which is actually another show on CBS.
Yeah.
Their stand over pay equality or pay equity came with the risk of not only missing a season of paychecks on Hawaii Five-O, but also with the danger of being shunned by future employers. Because this is a business after all.
Yeah, I suppose, but
they are actually standing in the right here.
Is it really 27? Is it really? It's 2017 and we're still talking about this.
Now we will always be talking about this.
If they're your stars, why are they not getting paid the same as the white actors? It's like, is this really still a conversation we're having?
It is.
It's so frustrating.
I don't know why it is. I don't know why it is, but it is.
Is this something that, in theory, that that SAG could go after in a future strike?
Yes.
Like, if this got really bad, could SAG start supporting the because I feel like I'm surprised the lobby didn't do something this time.
Well, that's why SAG exists.
Yeah, that's why they're unionized is because of this kind of thing. I'm just surprised that it got to the point where they just bailed.
Where they didn't support them, or
even SAG didn't even step in or something.
Yeah, because SAG hasn't said anything.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
I haven't read anything about SAG mentioning anything about this.
Or I guess SAG after because it's TV. So
yeah.
Kind of both of them.
Well, SAG
but yeah, it just seems weird to me. But regardless, yeah, I mean, good for them standing up for principles in this case and the studios just need to really get their they need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Because that's terrible. You can't lose 2/4, 1/2.
2/4?
Yes, 2/4. I realized after I said it. 4/8. 8/16 of your main starring cast.
We're really cutting those actors apart now.
Yeah, I'm getting really specific.
Well, if they're only 4/8 of the cast, maybe they only get 4/8 of the pay.
Ooh. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. With that, let's move on.
Ruin it.
No, let's move on.
Okay.
To Marvel. Because as we so like to talk about Marvel here.
We do.
Not only do we have a new Inhumans trailer up for everyone to go watch and then get excited about for the IMAX release, we have something on the other ABC channel, so Freeform.
We do.
Called New Warriors.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Bravest Warriors, which you should check out on the internet.
Something else completely.
Something else entirely different. But yes, Marvel's New Warriors.
Yes.
The entire cast is now set, or at least the main cast.
Right.
So first up, we have Milana Vaintrub, aka the AT&T girl.
Yeah, the AT&T girl. That's just what I call her because I cannot spell her name.
Yes.
Nor pronounce it.
Well, it's funny. They don't mention that she's the AT&T girl. They mention that she's from This Is Us.
Is she in that show?
She's in that show.
Okay.
But she's the AT&T girl.
She's the AT&T girl.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I know her.
Yep. She is set as Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
Who has the powers of squirrels. And is just breaks the Marvel universe whenever
right.
he gets a chance.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think about this casting? Because I think...
I mean, everyone wanted Anna Kendrick, but I don't think she's going to do TV.
No,
And if she is, she's not going to go to Freeform.
No, I think my issue is because I've only seen her in ads, I don't know if she has actual range.
Acting?
Yeah, I don't know what she can do yet. I mean, I could be pleasantly surprised here. I just don't know if she screams superhero to me.
I don't know, but she's cute enough to pass as a squirrel.
What?
She's a squirrel.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment to squirrels.
She's got like swirly cheeks and
Or-
like a small mouth.
Does she?
I think so.
I don't think squirrel when I see her.
Really? What do you
No.
think? AT&T?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I can think of an animal. She doesn't look like an animal. She
She's
looks
just
like a
AT&T
person.
to you.
She's just AT&T to me, I guess. She looks like phones.
Right. Moving on. Other actors include Derek Theller, who was in the other Freeform show that recently got canceled, Baby Daddy. Not Baby Driver. Baby
No,
Daddy.
Baby
That's
Daddy. Very
different.
different.
He will play Mr. Immortal, or at least he says he is immortal.
Uh-huh.
And because he's immortal, he figures he has all the time in the world to do whatever the hell he wants.
Got
Therefore,
it.
he's a very laid-back character.
Okay. Sure.
We also have Jeremy Tardy of Dear White People.
Okay.
He will play Night Thrasher, and he's basically Batman because he believes in justice.
All right.
Yep. We also have Caleb Worthy of Austin and Alley.
Is he worthy?
Maybe. He'll be playing Speedball, who makes balls of kinetic energy. We also have Matthew Moy of Two Broke Girls.
Okay.
He was the restaurant owner in Two Broke Girls.
Right, that guy.
Yep, he'll be playing Microbe, and his ability is that he gets to talk to germs.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. This seems like a real ragtag bunch of guys.
These are.
Okay.
And then lastly, we have Kate Calmer of The Comeback.
Okay.
She will be playing Debris, who is a low-level telekinetic.
Sure.
Like, I can move that cup, but that's it.
Yeah. You can move a little bit.
There,
Cool.
you saw it move? Yeah, that's my power.
Okay, so when's that? Do you have a date for that?
Nope, no date yet.
Okay. Sometime
but-
next year, probably.
Probably January.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing as they just got the cast now,
Yeah.
start
they'll
production in
start
October.
production, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
early next year,
Yep,
like a winter replacement.
probably February.
Yeah.
January, February, something like that, yeah.
Winter replacement.
Yep. Again, once again, that's going to be on Freeform.
Right.
Former ABC Family.
Now,
And if you can't
at
find
this
it,
point, it's
just
Freeform.
wait for. If you can't find it on your TV, wait for a Harry Potter weekend. It'll be on.
It's the one that's showing Harry Potter.
Yep. All right, let's move on.
What's this?
That's Michael Jackson right there.
Okay. Oh right, I read about this.
The reason he's up here and not in the music
Yeah.
is because CBS is set to air a new 1-hour animated special called Michael Jackson's Halloween.
Okay.
They will air this in December.
I'm guessing this will not. Yes, I'm guessing this one will be in December.
Yeah.
Good call. Second, I'm guessing that this will not actually involve a animated Michael Jackson, but I'm guessing it's called that because it will use his music.
This special will feature Michael Jackson's acclaimed music
Yes.
as its soundtrack. If
Ding,
you'd
ding,
let me
ding.
read it. Oh, and is created by Optimum Productions with animation provided by Hammerhead.
Okay.
It will voice Christy Baranski, Kiersey Clemens, Alan Cummings,
Sure.
George Eds, Brad Garrett, Lucy
Garrett.
Liu, Jim Parsons, and Lucas Till.
Okay.
So here's the synopsis they provided for us.
Okay.
They graciously provided this synopsis.
All right.
The special follows millennials.
All right. Go on.
Now, I'm 4 words into this thing.
Go on.
The special follows millennials, Vincent and Victoria, who,
Not just kids. No. Okay.
who meet accidentally, and
Oh.
yes, accidentally is in quotes,
Oh, okay. So they don't actually meet accidentally then?
on Halloween night, and find themselves.
Wait, I thought this was a Christmas special.
No, it's not Halloween.
It's Halloween special. Then it's gonna be in October.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, do you really think it was gonna be in
I really
December?
thought you said this was I thought this was a Christmas special.
It's called Michael Jackson's Halloween.
What?
I said it's Michael Jackson's Halloween, premiering in December. And somehow
I believed
you
you.
believed it.
I believed you. Okay, sorry. Halloween. They meet on Halloween. Accidentally.
Yes, in the middle of December.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Well, that's why it's an accident. There's no Halloween then.
Or at least that's what they told him. Anyways,
Okay.
They find themselves on Halloween night along with Ichabod the dog
Sure.
and a mysterious.
Is it headless?
No, but I believe that will be the voice of Jim Parsons.
The dog is Jim Parsons.
There's no casting to this. They didn't put names.
Oh, you're
next
just
to it.
guessing?
I'm just
No,
guessing.
I'm calling it now. The dog is Brad Garrett.
That's my other guess. No. Brad Garrett would be the host of the hotel because he's got that spooky voice.
Yeah, I guess.
That deep voice. Anyways, the mysterious hotel is located at 777 Jackson Street.
Okay. Jackson Street.
Yep. It's called This Place Hotel.
This place?
This Place Hotel.
That's a real clever name, guys. How long did it take to work on that?
I don't know, but it's bad.
It's bad. Move on. What else?
Once inside, Vincent and Victoria are sent on an adventure culminating in a spectacular dance finale
To Thriller?
featuring an animated Michael Jackson.
Okay, so there is an animated Michael Jackson.
Yes.
But is he dead?
I assume he'll be zombie form.
Michael Jackson?
He'll be
Are
doing
we
Thriller?
ready for that?
Is that two on the nose?
No, I guess
or
he
I
was
guess
werewolf.
no nose?
I guess technically he was werewolf. Michael Jackson in the music video.
No,
so
he wasn't werewolf.
he was. He was werewolf.
No,
Michael
it was a
Jackson.
werewolf
In
transformation.
the Thriller video, he transforms into a werewolf.
You show me a werewolf, and I will show you a zombie.
They're both in the Thriller video. The zombies are the backup dancers.
Oh, are you sure?
Michael Jackson turns into a werewolf.
Are you sure?
I'm not making this up. That's totally what happened to the Thriller
Are
video.
you sure?
Do not look up the Thriller video right now.
Yes, I am.
I know
got
I'm
proof.
right.
No.
We need to keep going on this podcast. Do not derail this podcast.
Boom. Look at that face. That is a zombie face.
He's not a zombie in that video. He's a werewolf in that video.
That's a zombie. That's a zombie.
What?
That's a zombie.
I guess he is also
That's
a
a zombie.
Is he both?
He's not a werewolf.
In that video?
He's not a werewolf.
Where's the werewolf come from then?
That werewolf?
I don't... What? Whatever.
Do you need to watch this thing again?
Apparently it's been a while since I saw the Thriller video. Sorry. I for sure thought he was a werewolf.
It starts off with a werewolf transformation, yes, but he ends up being a zombie
At the end.
by the time that the whole dance sequence comes into
Okay,
play.
fine. So both.
Both? No, because when we start singing, he's also a zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
animated Michael Jackson coming to
Michael
you.
Jackson, a werewolf zombie.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Sure.
The bits.
The bits.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
the bits. We have Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Second. Yep. Then we have a date. October 27th. So after you watch Michael Jackson, you can watch Stranger Things.
It's a bad day because there's like 15 billion video games coming out that day. That's Mario Odyssey. That's Wolfenstein. That's some third thing. I can't remember. But yeah, there's like 3 games coming out that day.
Okay.
It's a bad day for things.
Bad day.
Yeah.
Need Jackie Chan.
Yeah. It's a bad
Bad day? All right. We also have BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Season 4, September 9th.
Excited.
So it's supposed to come on. It's the summer. It's a summer thing. But
Little
I
late.
guess a little late.
I'm excited. I'm really interested to see what they do.
Also,
Looking forward to that show.
also Curb Your Enthusiasm, October 1st.
Right, the reboot
Yep.
of sorts, or the season after a break.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also have Star Trek Discovery, September 24th.
Right.
And Patton Oswalt is engaged to actress Meredith Salinger.
That's not television news.
Yeah, it is.
Sure. He's on television sometimes.
Yeah.
I would argue he's in more movies nowadays.
He's a surprise Patton Oswalt.
He's a surprise Patton Oswalt. You
Yeah.
never know when he's going to show up. Apparently, even in our own news segments.
Yep. And lastly, Umbrella Academy coming to Netflix.
Which we neither of us knew what it was until yesterday.
Apparently, this is not dealing with Umbrella Corporation, as we found out, but
And it's not involving actual umbrellas.
Academy!
Nor
Yeah!
actual umbrellas.
there you go.
Yeah.
So someone's excited about it.
Yes!
Not us.
Anyways. Moving on.
And lastly, you want to talk about Tour de Pharmacy?
Yeah, that was out.
Yeah, that was out this past weekend. That's the Andy Circus, or not
Andy
Andy
Circus?
Circus. Well, it is. Well, it's Andy Samberg, and it's a circus of a movie, so it's an Andy Circus. It's Andy Circus.
I want to see Andy Samberg and Andy Serkis be in a movie together. Should happen.
Anyways, yeah, Tour de Pharmacy, where Andy Samberg gets a bunch of his friends and
Yeah.
celebrities together to do a mockumentary on cycling.
On basically a Tour de France, that a fictional Tour de France that happened in what, like early 80s? So like 83 or something like
Yeah.
that. And yeah, it's super dumb, but it's pretty funny.
Yes.
We watched most of it. We didn't watch the opening.
Yeah, we missed like the first 5 minutes, but
Yeah, or so.
for that being said, we were able to get the whole thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Give or take. But yeah,
It's
seemed funny.
it's hilariously dumb.
It's very
it's-
much of the Andy Samberg.
It's very much like
Lonely
the
Island
7 Days in
style.
Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's their kind of stuff. So if you like them, then yeah, you'll like this. If you don't, steer clear.
Yep. But apparently, it's been getting good reviews on Metacritic.
Cool.
I think it's got like an 86 on Metacritic.
Those people should have seen Popstar.
Yeah. Which is funny
God damn
because
it.
on HBO, right after they did,
Yeah.
they showed Popstar.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah. I will see people to watch Popstar.
Here's more Andy Samberg
Yeah.
being ridiculous. By the way, I think it's been long enough. We need to see Popstar.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Popstar again.
We need to watch Popstar again.
It's good.
I've been thinking about it a lot lately. How good that movie is.
Alright. Let's get to our last session here. Cancellations and renewals.
Cancellations and renewals.
So, real briefly, there's only 2 shows here.
Okay.
The upcoming Castlevania
Yeah.
on Netflix gets a 2nd season.
Double Order.
And Claws on TNT gets a 2nd season.
Yep.
That's all TV we do. Yeah, it's slow TV. But
Yeah, slow TV.
Yeah.
But,
it's okay. Now, as for our deaths,
Oh, real quick before we move on to deaths, just a heads up for people who are fans of things that we're fans of. July 15th, this week, Star vs. the Forces of Evil comes back with a 4-episode season 3 premiere. They'll just pack in 4 episodes in a row into a hour-long
event.
quote movie event unquote. But really, it's just the first 4 episodes of season 3. So that'll be on the 15th.
I was going through
know.
YouTube last night to get
Yeah.
myself hyped for it.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it.
I'm excited to see what they do. The Battle for Muni is what this special is called.
Yes.
So something's gonna go down, and I'm excited for it. So.
Also, this weekend is D23.
Yes.
So expect a bunch of Disney news to come out.
So
not
next
only
week
in
will
Marvel.
probably be our big D23 explosion.
Yeah, not only
We'll
in
talk about
Marvel,
that.
but there is supposed to be a new Kingdom Hearts trailer coming out.
Trailer. They'll talk about probably future Spider-Man stuff.
And they'll
probably
also talk about the upcoming
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars
Probably
Land.
both Star Wars Episode 8 and Star Wars Land, and hopefully we'll get a date for both of those.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you, especially, I bet we will 100% get a date for Episode 8.
Yep. And
December 17th.
Hopefully a new trailer.
Something like that.
Hopefully a new trailer too.
Yeah.
Yay.
But anyways, we have some deaths to go
Okay,
to.
who unfortunately has left this earthly plane?
We have Joan Bookcock Lee, age 95,
Okay.
voice actor for several of the Marvel animated shows,
Oh.
Iron Man, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man.
What's the cat's been on?
But most notably, actually married to Stan Lee for 70
right,
years.
yes, that, yes.
Yes,
That
that Joan Lee.
Right. The middle name messed me up.
You're
I was
welcome.
like, I didn't know who you're talking about.
You're welcome.
Now I know who you're talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, Stan Lee's wife passed away.
Yeah.
Of 70 years. So
It's a long time.
hopefully Stan Lee stays around for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's up there in age.
Is there a Stanley cameo in Homecoming?
Yes.
That's not a spoiler. You can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Good.
Actually, you can see Joan Lee with Stan Lee
Yeah.
in X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, right.
They were together in that. They were both cameoed in that
Yes, I tend to remember that. That's one of the things I remember about
X-Men Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse,
Yeah.
even though that thing I'd like to forget.
Also, we have Pierre Henry,
Okay.
age 89, the creator of the Futurama theme song.
Right. And
and other works.
Yeah, pioneering force in synthesized music.
Yep.
Really early electronic music pioneer.
And lastly, Nelson Ellis, age 39, actor on True Blood.
Yeah. So that too.
Alright, video games?
Yeah, video games. Probably another slow week, huh?
Well, I mean, I was able to fill this out.
There are
but yeah,
things.
there are things in the videos that we can do.
I
Starting with this.
I want to mention this real quick before we get into this. This is an old story, but I feel like we forgot to bring it up.
Okay.
Remember a while back we said that Square Enix was going to sell off IO Interactive, the
Yes.
Hitman guys?
Yeah.
Well, shortly after that, we talked about that. Good news came out. They became independent. They got their independence from Square Enix.
Okay.
They are no longer in danger. And guess the best part of it? They get to keep the
They keep
Hitman
Hitman?
IP.
So we may actually
yes,
see a new Hitman
we will
game.
likely see season 2 of Hitman or something else with Hitman because they own it now and they're independent, so they can find another publisher now themselves.
Okay.
So good news came out of that.
Yeah, that is good news.
Yeah.
Also good news, Summer Games done quick.
Yes,
That ended on Sunday
it did.
with a total of $1,760,360.
It's a lot of money.
All that money went to Doctors Without Borders.
That's a lot of money.
Yep.
So good for them. Good for the people who donated. There was a lot of good runs. I mean, we already kind of talked about most of them last week.
Yep.
Since then, you watched your Kingdom Hearts run.
I watched my Kingdom Hearts run. They were at just under 900,000
Yeah.
when that run happened, and that was on a Thursday? No, that was on Friday. So 2 days, they basically made $1 million.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which is great.
They did really awesome. So
Yep.
yeah, awesome.
Yep, awesome.
So yeah, we'll definitely be back
Yep.
around when Awesome Games Done Quick
Yep.
comes back.
And that is the first week in January.
So start of the year, we'll be back with more speedruns. But
Yep, and that
until
will,
then, there's plenty of places on the web that you can find speedruns. YouTube, Twitch. There are dedicated websites for specific games where communities of people are doing speedruns all year long. So check it out. Support these runners.
Yep. And when it does come back around to January, they will once again switch it back to the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Yeah.
At least that's what they have done in the past 3 years.
So we'll see.
They may switch it up, they may not, most likely not, but we'll see. That will be Awesome Games Done Quick.
Right.
That is their January.
Yep.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on. Yes, there was some Overwatch stuff this week.
Yeah. So we got a new hero everyone can play with.
Doomfist. It's a great name.
It is.
It's a great name for
So
a guy who
Doomfist
beats
was
people up
actually
with his fist.
So Doomfist was actually teased way back in the very first opening cinematics for
Yeah.
Overwatch, where everyone comes in trying to steal Doomfist's fist.
Doomfist.
But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
They took him a year, but
New
they
hero.
finally here.
People who like Overwatch, yeah, they'll definitely try him out. So
Yep.
cool.
But that's not all the news we got.
It's not.
No. We actually have some news about their Overwatch League.
Right.
So, there have been seven. There are currently 7 official teams. Oh, sorry, 5, 7. There's 7 teams created so far, including none other than the Patriots owner, Robert Kraft.
Yep.
Because what else is he going to do with all that money?
You know, who knows?
So, he's actually taken interest in this and has a team set in the city of Boston. Not to be outdone,
Yep.
Jeff Wilpon, the COO of the New York Mets, is also sponsoring a Overwatch team set in New York.
Yep.
We also have Endemic's Immortals team. Endemic's is actually a group of players already known.
Yeah.
Immortals just their subdivision. They're going to take up base in LA. Misfits Gaming will take their base in Miami Orlando area.
Okay.
NRG Esports will set up in San Francisco because that's actually their headquarters.
NRG. Yep.
Yep, makes sense. And we have 2 tech organizations based out of Shanghai and Seoul, Korea. No word on what cities they will inhabit or set up shop. No, U.S. They have to be U.S. cities.
Speaking of which,
speaking of Sharkfest,
while we're talking on this subject, though, the collegiate Overwatch game is getting growing bigger and bigger as we speak too. I just read this past week that our local University of California institution, UCI, is already building their team to the point where they're, get this, accepting full ride sponsorships for Overwatch people. So if you're really good at Overwatch,
but this is nothing new
you get
because
a full ride to college.
This is nothing new because they already do that for League of Legends.
I just thought it was crazy.
Yeah,
it's like with Blizzard right next door. I'm sure that there was somebody who was like, "Hey, we'll incentivize this, guys."
Well, it's also I Buy Power because their CEOs are based or graduates of UCI.
It's just hilarious to me that you can be so good at Overwatch you can go to UCI for free.
Yep. So the first season of the Overwatch League will have all the matches take place at a venue in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Giving the 7 team owners, and potentially more, time to build up the necessary local infrastructure that they'll require going forwards. So basically we'll have 1 year in LA, and then build out an actual league with stadiums and esports arenas.
Yeah. Maybe at a GameWorks near you.
Yeah, at a GameWorks near you. Anyways. Let's move on.
Please.
To Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
The game we haven't mentioned in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been around.
Yeah. People like that game.
They patched it.
That's actually what I'm going to talk about.
I know.
Yeah. So
There's some new stuff.
Patch 1.3 or 1.30 if you want to add the 0 and be technically like that.
Fancy patch.
Yeah. Patch 130 adds New Game Plus, face paint options, ultra hard difficulty, and additional fixes to progression issues.
All right. Are you going to go back?
Probably.
Yeah. New Game Plus. Yeah. There you go.
But here's the thing, though. You won't be able to cross the level cap of 50 during New Game Plus, and I already reached level 50.
Yeah, but it still might be just enough interesting stuff to check it out.
Well, yeah, you can. But when you do New Game Plus, you keep your character's progression and all your collected inventory.
Right.
There's also updated versions of existing weapons and outfits with extra mod slots.
Cool. There you go.
But of course, those extra stuff won't come cheap. You're gonna have to hunt down some more enemies.
Some more stuff.
Some more shards.
I had a question and it escaped
Let me finish this. Okay then. New Game Plus also comes with 2 new trophies.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna say if there are new trophies.
Yes. New Game Plus comes with 2 new trophies and extra unlockable content that gives players the ability to add face paint or change Alloy's focus.
Well, now you gotta go back because your platinum's not a real platinum.
I know, I got a fake platinum now.
You got a fake platinum. You'll get that platinum.
Yep. Alright. And then that brings us to our thoughts.
Okay, we have thoughts about a video game?
Yeah.
What video game would that be? That's not a video game, that's Alex Trebek.
Yes, but as we watch Sony on a religious basis, weekly, daily,
you mean
nightly.
Jeopardy? You said Sony.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong, though.
Jeopardy.
Wrong, though. Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, our favorite game show.
Yeah. They have a new app called Jeopardy World Tour.
It's like Trivia Crack, but it's Jeopardy. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Well, it's a little bit more structured.
Yeah, it's a little more structured like Jeopardy, where they give you, where it said, the only thing that's about different is that they give you 3 categories, and you choose 5 of the questions, so 5 of the 15.
Yeah, and you're facing off 2 other people. It's a team, it's always a competition of 3 people.
Yeah.
And you can play against your friends if you connect to Facebook. If you do not, you cannot, unfortunately. But if you do have friends on Facebook and you want to link the game to it, you can find your friends as well.
Yep.
Or you can just do random matched games as well. There's special daily events, it seems, monthly tournaments. There's leaderboards for weeks, months, years, etc.
And there's also different locales you can go to.
Yeah,
too,
it's kind of a
which
world
gives
tour
you,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
it gives you more money depending on what locale. But of course, the more money you potentially get, the more money you have to actually put up.
Yeah, it's got daily doubles. It's got betting in the final Jeopardy round as well. It's pretty faithful to the original game.
Yeah, I have a problem to where I always bet it all at the end.
Yeah, and you always lose it.
So somehow.
Turns out that's what happens when you bet it all. But yeah, so it seems all right.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Facebook wasn't required for the friends stuff,
Yeah.
but you know what? Whatever.
As you said, Facebook's everywhere at this point.
Yeah, they just assume it's inevitable.
Yep.
And that's a fair assumption to make, really, when they crunch
Yeah.
the numbers.
But that being said, it's a decent Sony game.
It seems like an alright mobile game. So if you like trivia games, might want to check one out.
And you like Jeopardy.
Yes, well, that's a given if you like trivia games,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Okay. And that brings us to our last one.
Right, we have another game to talk
Yep.
about.
That's you.
Hey, that's you.
Hey, that's you.
No, that's me.
No, that's you.
So that's you.
So that's you is a game that's free right now for PlayStation Plus members.
Yes.
On
the PS4.
Yes, on the PS4. It works like Jackbox. Ish.
So, I actually did some bit of a reading this week about this thing.
Okay.
Apparently the internet hates this thing.
Really?
So the reason that the internet hates this thing is because it's not Jackbox, basically.
Well, yes.
Apparently Jackbox does not require the downloading of an app.
No. I actually played Jackbox this past weekend at Evan's party.
Yeah.
And it just requires an internet connection. You don't have to download the thing.
So basically everybody's complaining about how complicated it is to get this thing set up, and then the returns that you get from it are not as exciting as the Jackbox games.
Yeah.
So, generally speaking, if you're already used to a game similar to this, like the Jackbox games, this might not be exciting for you. That being said,
this
if
thing
you
is free.
not have that thing, and you are interested in a free game where you can have like a version of that kind of play, pick it up, try it out. It might be cool.
Yeah.
We had some fun with it when we first started. I think we'll probably also like Jackbox a little more.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's very simple. Like
it's a free alternative to a $60 Jackbox.
Basically, take a picture of yourself that's used as with the game uses your pictures as part of the gameplay. There's 3 rounds for each person, and it's very much like do you guys answer the same question correctly? Then you guys get points. And it's like personality questions and stuff like that. There's some drawing on their phone, and it shows your drawings up on the screen, which is kind of cool. Yeah. There's neat stuff that they're doing, but overall, at least compared to some of the other stuff that's on the market, it's not that exciting. But yeah, it's free.
It's a free game. What are you gonna expect? It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free on PS Plus. It's free to download on the Google store.
On the Google.
On the Google.
Go on the Google and download it.
Yeah, it's a free game. That's basically what we're saying here.
Yeah.
It's a free alternative.
It's all right.
All right, and that brings us to music.
It does. Let me grab the billboard. I don't have it up yet. Billboard.
Bills of boards.
Bills of boards.
Yep.
Bills on bills on bills. Your hot 100, the hottest 100. Is
still,
not that hot. It's still lukewarm.
Despacito?
Because it's still Despacito. It's still your number 1 song. Luis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee, Justin Bieber. Number 2 song, I'm the One, DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Lil Wayne. Number 3, moving up a notch, That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. Number 4, moving down a notch, Wild Thoughts by DJ Khaled featuring Rihanna and Bryson Tiller. And number 5, The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. If this list does not change soon, I will go crazy. Your Billboard 200 New Albums chart is severely lacking Jay-Z, but that will be remedied next week. Apparently, the reason for the 444 not being on this week's chart is because they don't count Tidal streams.
Really?
Because Tidal does not release their stream numbers to Billboard. Weird choice, if you ask me. So, your number 1 album is still, as it was last week, Grateful by DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Number 2, though, debuting at number 2 this week is Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1 by Calvin Harris. 3, Damn. 4, Evolve by Imagine Dragons. And 5, Divide Ed Sheeran. So next week, your number 1 will likely be 444, now that it has Apple Music numbers behind it. Still not Spotify, but Apple Music streamers can access it, just like Tidal now.
Okay.
So yeah.
That brings us to new releases.
New releases.
We have Alan Vega with IT, or It. It's actually a posthumous release.
Okay.
We have Boris with Deer. Cheap Wine with their title debut album, Cheap Wine.
Okay.
Japanese Breakfast.
Yes.
Soft Sounds from Another Planet.
I'm excited. That first Japanese Breakfast album was pretty good, and I like her and her other bands too. Michelle's Honor is cool.
We have Low Tom with their self-titled album, Low Tom.
Okay.
Lucy Rose, Something's Changing.
What?
Something's Jay-Zing.
Jay-Z.
Yep. Neil Young with Hitchhiker, which is actually an acoustic album.
Right.
Yeah. We have Shabazz Palaces.
Sure.
With 2 albums. Quasars, Born on a Gangster Star. And Quasars vs. the Jealous Machines.
Alright.
We also have Silverstein with Dead Reflections. The Deers, Time Infinity, Volume 2. Twinsmith, Stay Cool. And Waxahachie,
Waxahachie.
Out of the Storm.
Yes, that I'm also looking forward to.
Is it Wax?
Waxahachie.
What's a Z?
No, it's an X.
Why
You misspelled the band name.
maybe.
But yeah, that's I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
Might see them at the end of July on the 29th.
Okay.
I really want to, at least.
Alright. So let's go on to some news here.
Okay.
The YouTube now has a new champion.
Okay.
Say goodbye to Gangnam Style.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I'm
As
bored.
Psy, Gangnam Style is no longer the king of YouTube.
Okay, and what is?
Take a guess.
Pineapple Pin.
No.
No? Oh.
No, goddammit, no.
Beyonce's Foundation. I have no idea.
No.
What is it?
It is none other than Wiz Khalifa.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And Charlie Puth.
Ew, why?
With See You Again.
No!
Yeah.
Why are people still watching that?
That is now #1, just shy of 3 billion views.
What? The 3 billion views?
Yeah. Now, granted, that song came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, what the hell? That thing's got legs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That thing still has life. I'm not going to make that joke.
Yeah, don't do that. I knew you were going.
Yeah.
It's a bad road to go down.
However, well,
God damn it. Just say what you're going to... Okay.
well, you said that's a bad road to go down.
Move on! I know. I realized too late. Okay.
Well, you were coming at me Fast and Furious.
God
that way.
damn it. Just go. Big story. What?
Alright, anyways, no, same story. Even this song may be topped.
Okay. What's next in the running?
None other than the #1 song,
Despacito?
Yep.
Really?
By Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee featuring Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Currently has 2.5 billion views.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they got that high. The view counts on YouTube are that ridiculous now.
You realize that Psy hit the first one to hit 1 billion, right?
And yeah, that's the last time I was paying attention.
Oh.
Was 1 billion. I didn't realize we were in 2 billion territory, maybe 3 billion territory already.
Yep, 3 billion.
That's intense. Yes. That's crazy. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. So yeah, that's all. That's basically all I have for YouTube there. Just a little something.
Well, that looks like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
What is he doing in the music category?
Because apparently there's a musical about SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So get ready for a new musical based on the Nickelodeon cartoon, with it coming to Broadway.
Uh-huh.
This is actually takes place right now in Chicago.
Okay.
Like the side streets of Chicago, or whatever they call it.
Sorry.
Off-Broadway Chicago.
Off-Broadway, just call it that.
Off-Broadway Chicago.
Yes.
But now we'll be going to proper Broadway, New York.
Okay.
Previews will begin November 6th at the Palace Theater, with an official opening night set for December 4th. Ticket sales will begin June 26th. The show will arrive in New York after last year's spring 2016 engagement in Chicago. where it was met with actually positive reviews.
Oh, okay.
The musical revolves around SpongeBob and the residents of Bikini Bottom as they must rally to save their undersea world from total annihilation.
Oh, fine.
It sounds very generic, but yes. The show's score, however, is comprised of songs by a roster of pop and rock hitmakers.
Oh, right. I remember this now. I think we covered this, didn't we?
I don't remember us covering
Or maybe I just read this.
Maybe you read it.
Maybe I just read this. That they were going to get actual, like, pop singers.
Oh, they did. Because each song in the musical was written specifically for a moment in the plot by getting a brief description of where the songs fit in the story. Songwriters include Yolanda Adams, Steven Tyler and Aerosmith,
Okay.
Sarah Bareilles,
Right.
Jonathan Colton,
Uh-huh.
Alexander Ebert, The Flaming Lips,
Okay.
John Legend, Lady Antebellum, Cyndi Lauper,
Uh-huh.
Panic at the Disco,
Sure.
Plain White Tees, They Might Be Giants, T.I., and even a song by David Bowie.
Okay, sure. T.I. feels out of the weirdly chosen here, but sure, yes.
A cast album was recorded last summer and will actually be released in the coming months, or coming weeks actually.
Okay.
The show will be directed by Tina Landau of Bells Are Ringing and choreographed by Christopher Gattelli of Newsies.
Sure, okay. All right.
SpongeBob on Broadway.
SpongeBob. I mean, they did a Shrek show, so I guess SpongeBob was inevitable.
I mean, it doesn't seem that far-fetched.
No.
Yeah, far-fetched.
No Pokemon musical, though.
Not yet, anyways. Not until Nintendo releases them rights.
It could happen.
Yeah. Get it right, get it right.
Next. Spotify.
Yeah.
What's going on with Spotify?
So Spotify has made a crucial deal with Sony Music.
Okay.
The deal will go into effect immediately.
Immediately.
I think this was actually yesterday. But yes, immediately, and is likely similar to the terms as agreed upon Spotify, as the agreement Spotify struck with Universal Music Group back in April. So, naturally, these are closed-door deals.
Right.
All I can say is we made a deal.
Yeah.
But nothing has been released. However, you can infer what's happening.
Yeah. Probably.
So, so the Universal deal gave artists the option to hold back new albums from Spotify's free tier for 2 weeks after its release.
Right.
And in exchange, gave Spotify a slight break on revenue sharing because as its subscriber base grows.
Right.
Spotify's royalty payments would drop from 55% to 52%. And it's of its streaming revenue, and this leaves Warner Music Group as the only major label holdout.
Okay. Do you think they'll
cave?
Yeah, they'll probably end up biting too.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This deal actually comes as Spotify is racing against the clock to go public and avoid accelerated interest rates on its $1 billion debt raised back in March of 2016. Not only has Spotify hit 140 million total users, that's total daily active users.
Right.
But it has also seen a growth of 62% increase in streaming over the same time in 2016. So Spotify's getting big, yo. And
getting big.
Look like it's gonna go public too.
Yeah, I mean that's smart.
Yeah.
I think they should.
I mean, there's no reason for them not to.
Yeah. I mean, that thing is an institution at this point.
Yeah. I mean, people just say, put Spotify on.
Yeah.
I mean, some people still use Pandora.
I mean, the fact that it's the thing and Apple Music is not the thing is kind of a crazy thing to think about.
I think that's your telltale sign right there.
Yeah, like if Apple Music can't even catch up and it's got Apple behind it, then Spotify's going to be the thing for a while.
Just like Facebook is still the thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Everybody said, like, years ago, it's like, oh, what's the next Facebook? Turns out the next Facebook is still Facebook.
Yeah.
At least for the time being.
People don't want to leave it.
Yeah.
Or at least nobody is looking to challenge them.
Yeah, you get people, if something becomes a habit for people, it's very hard for them to get weaned off of it.
Just ask. Just go to a casino and ask a gambler.
Exactly. Well, actually, don't do that.
No, don't.
No,
Yeah. You might get hit.
You
might get hit or something.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, let's actually talk about Spotify's main competitor then.
Okay.
The opposite side of this spectrum.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
That's my favorite kind of cloud.
Well, SoundCloud is now a rain cloud.
Aww.
As in order to stay afloat, SoundCloud is cutting 40% of its staff.
Dang.
According to Alexander Jung. The company has tried transitioning from a free service to a more formal subscription business during the past year due to impending financial trouble back in January. They will be cutting 173 jobs and closing its offices in San Francisco and London.
Oh, wow.
In a blog post by Alex, he said, quote, "We need to ensure our path to long-term independent success." He added that the company has doubled its revenue over the past 12 months, and the belt tightening is an effort to make the 10-year-old company profitable. The SoundCloud platform listeners and artists love will remain available in more than 190 countries globally and will continue to be the place for what's new, now, and next in music.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that for what people use SoundCloud for, there's no reason to pay for it.
Right.
Because SoundCloud for me it's a way to host your music, like a single at a time, and have that posted on a blog or something, and be that like, hey, check out my track here, and then link to where you can buy it. SoundCloud is not something I would ever pay for. Is basically what I'm saying.
And you love music.
And I love
music.
music.
This is the guy who has a subscription to Tidal.
But that's the thing is with frickin' no, actually I don't anymore.
Yeah, you did. You had
at one point. But yeah, like it's like since Spotify is where I listen to my music mostly, I pay that $9.99 a month for it.
And I appreciate you paying that $9.99 a month for me.
I know. But if I wanted to buy music though, SoundCloud is a good tool. But I ultimately ended up buying directly from the artist. So
well, that's mainly where you get
SoundCloud just is outside of my payment system right now, and I don't know what they would have to incentivize their service to do to have me subscribe. I just can't imagine that.
Right. I mean, I know SoundCloud is just like, oh, here's a demo of what I do, or here's a little bit of what I do.
There's a single.
Yeah, but it's not something that, like you said, you would pay for.
Yeah, it just seems weird that they were trying to. I mean, yes, I get that they're on financial hard
It's
times.
a business.
It's a hard thing to do.
It's also a business. You have to try and make money somehow.
Again, it's just a hard thing to monetize. Hopefully they'll figure something out. But yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yep. Anyways, with that brings us to the end. Let's wrap this up.
Yes, let's wrap this up. Well, actually, before we wrap this up, I listened to some albums this week. I didn't actually do a formal thoughts post on the site, but I might as well mention briefly what I listened to. I listened to the new Haim album. The thing's all right. Reminded me a lot of that first one. It's the singles are still good. They still have that weird like classic kind of. I don't know. It's very. Their sound is so hard to explain. But if you liked their previous album, check this one out. I also listened to the new TLC album, TLC, and as I described, I think off the podcast, it's almost as if they have no idea what year it is because it sounds like it could have come out in 1999 also. So yeah, check that out if you like previous TLC stuff. It sounds like TLC. And I also listened to the new Broken Social Scene, Hug of Thunder, their new one. Also very, very good. A little bit more politically minded than they've gotten in the past because, of course, you have to in 2017. But also just as strong as some of their earlier material. I think I even liked it better than their 2015 album. So yeah, check it out if you like Broken Social Scene. It's very good. I think those are the three I listened to. So yeah, now I'm done.
That means we're done.
That means we're done. That'll do it for the Media Boat Podcast. Let's wrap this up. So you can catch us on the internet. We are on MediaBoatPodcast.com. That's where you can find all our posts about news, thoughts about newest releases, calendar for new releases, as well as box office numbers. So check out all of that and much, much more on MediaBoatPodcast.com from the the website or from patreon.com directly, you can visit our Patreon, where you, yes you, can help us financially make this show even better, make our website even better.
You can make us, like SoundCloud, profitable.
With the help of as little as $1 a month.
If we get $1, that makes us plus $1 in the profits.
It's true. That's how that works. So yeah, if you want to see even more and get exclusive content down the line, check out Become a Patron as little of $1. Of course, you can do more if you want, but as little as $1 and you're on board. Also, we're on Twitter, MediaBoatCast. We are on Facebook, MediaBoat Podcast. We are on iTunes if you want the audio version of this site or this podcast. That's MediaBoat Podcast on iTunes. You can find us on Podbean, where we host our podcast, and
YouTube right here.
Find us on YouTube, our channel where we go live every Wednesday night, 8:30ish.
Hit that subscribe button.
We stream video games on Twitch.
Yep, MediaBoat.
Twitch.tv/MediaBoat. Check that out as well. And that will do it.
Yep.
So turn in next week when we're here again for the MediaBoat Podcast.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Peace.
See you next week. Bye. All right. Time for YouTube after show.
YouTube after show.
YouTube after show.
Doomfist. Okay, what do we got?
All right. Only one comment.
Okay.
And it comes from all the way back in the beginning.
All right.
As a doctor says, Thor's butt's better than Spider-Man. wait, no, sorry, I read that wrong. It's Thor is greater than Spider-Man. But also Thor's butt is better than Spider-Man.
I don't know. Is Thor better than Spider-Man?
Yes. Thor's a god.
No, I mean not like...
Oh, in comics?
Like,
or like...
No, not like superhero. Superhero is the movies...
Are the
Thor movies better than the Spider-Man movies? Because I feel like that's
no, that's no.
No, they're not.
No, but Thor as a person,
Thor
as
could
a character,
beat Spider-Man. Sure.
Thor Ragnarok looks really promising.
Looks alright. Looks okay. I like the Hulk.
Yes.
So.
Planet Hulk
could be alright.
Yep.
Okay, that'll do it. We can wrap up.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you guys for listening to us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
8-ish.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock-ish.
8 o'clock-ish.
All right.
Bye.